Fall is here and it means one thing. What about a stuffed smoked turkey breast? We kept it traditional, topped it with a little gravy. It came out fantastic. To get started, we have a turkey breast. The only way to be able to stuff a turkey breast is to make the stuffing. Let's start off by making classic cornbread. I didn't really get too crazy with this because I really like the traditional flavors when it comes to this, but obviously you can do whatever you want to. But the most important thing about cornbread is that hot bacon grease. Put in a cast iron skillet. I love the texture on the outside, and that's what I did. After this was done, I baked it, let it cool, then I broke it up and let it dry inside of a oven. Drying it out also helps absorb moisture. Chopped up some onions, some celery really quick because that's obviously going to go traditional in stuffing. Set that aside so we can start our stuffing. Big pat of butter because I think that really helps with the consistency and texture. Homemade stock from last year that I had to get rid of. Pepperidge Farm, no doubt about it, the best bag stuffing in the game. So I mixed like half and half with the cornbread. It's kind of like my go-to. And then with the stock, I just added on there like most people. I didn't have enough to begin with, so I just warmed up some more. But if you look closely, the texture is really what matters. Make sure your texture is still crumbly and not gummy. Stuffing is done. And what surprised me, as you can see on the package, it says new look. I did not expect to see this type of turkey breast when I went to find the turkey breast. So when I open this will be the first time looking at it. Hopefully this works out, but you never know. So there's a lot of brine in here. You can just fill the package. We're gonna save that. Not only are we gonna save the gravy packet that comes with it, we're gonna save the juice that comes with it because that can help with our sauce later. Drum roll, please. You know, I got this sheet tray out so I wouldn't cross-contaminate. And the first 2 seconds, it's all over my cutting board. And now my dirty knife is on the clean cutting board, so I can't even for losing. And now this is stuck.
The wonders of poultry.
Stuck. There's our gravy packet. I am going to go ahead and just open this up and pour this in all that brine and sauce. I saved some of that stock that we made the stuffing with, and that's homemade turkey stock from last year. I need to get rid of it because I want to serve it this year. So it's a great way to do it. I need you to stop filming. I need you to pick this up by the handle and move this out of the way. I would have loved to be able to reuse this net, so we're gonna try it out. So I'm gonna take a straight line. Definitely gonna take the skin off. So just use a knife and just be easy now, no reason to go crazy. Man, that's a big old hawk. Holy smokes, see it in the tree? Behind the dead tree. Well, that's a big one. Wow. He heard that I was making turkey and he was hungry. Alrighty, so we're definitely gonna have to open it up. So we're gonna have to fillet it open. And to do that, we're simply enough just going to find, my guess is we're gonna cut it in half first and then we can pat it out. So I'll just find that corner right there. I don't wanna go all the way through, and that's kind of like my guide for the knife depth, right? So I'll just keep following that all the way through. If that thing starts flying over here, you're gonna have to defend for yourself. All right. So this side is just a little bit thicker. We can take care of that in just 1 second. And as you can imagine, by doing this like that, it does 2 things. It just flattens it out, makes a little bit more surface area, and it makes it a little bit more even. So that looks good to me. Now, all we gotta do is stuff it and roll it. All right, I just put the stuffing on the cutting board so that way I didn't cross-contaminate even more. And as you can see, we're just gonna load this bad boy up. I like to add the sausage at the end because you guys know that fat is flavor. So we're gonna be able to use some of that sausage fat to be able to make our roux, to be able to go into the gravy. And then as you can imagine, we are just going to roll it up. That seam better hold together. Hold together, baby. I might have got lucky. You can see I'm really close to losing my seam, and I don't want that to happen.
Oh, right there.
Yep, so what we're gonna do is just keep rotating it over, and then we'll cook it like this once we truss it. All right, with the help of my trusty assistant, we just got a little AP. That's obviously available on our website. Salt, pepper, garlic, and seasoned salt. I'm just gonna try to season all sides. And then on top of it, salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. Those butter notes should be able to come through. Love it with poultry. And go ahead and season it first. I know what you're thinking. Why not truss it first? Because you're going to move it so much when you truss it. Now, you can wrap this in butcher twine. I'm going to try to save it back in this. Does not mean it's going to be successful, but that was my mentality all along, and that's what I'm going to try to go with. I'm going to have my wife go ahead and just re-season everything, so that way we can get a little bit more seasoning on there.
Do I get to cook?
There you go. Yep. Get a good dose.
This is what you call multitasking.
All right, just like that. So now we're gonna start the Weber. We're gonna heat it up to about 275 degrees. I know it seems overkill, but I'm just trying to be super cautious about sanitation. So I don't want to touch anything because it's just something else I gotta wash and all that other shenanigans. All right, 275, and then we're gonna bring it up. Remember, this has been stuffed. So the hard thing about this is your carryover cooking, right? Typically, poultry is supposed to be 165. You can probably get away with white meat at 160, but when you stuff it, it gets really close to being like iffy. So I'm gonna hedge my bet a little bit, and we'll get to that later. We'll talk about gravy, but I am gonna bring it up to like 162, and I'm pretty confident in the carryover from there, but 275 should get us a couple hours on there. All right, it's been about an hour. We just turned the temperature up on that turkey to about 325. So from 275 an hour to 325. Leftover sausage grease, add a little bit of flour. I don't need a ton of gravy. We only have one breast, but obviously we have a ton of stuffing left over, and I love stuffing and gravy. So I'm gonna make a little bit extra. Not a part of the recipe or the idea of the dish, but I do feel like this imparts a ton of flavor. So this is why we're doing it. When you stuff turkey, like I mentioned earlier, you almost have to overcook the turkey because of stuffing inside. Okay, whether you do a turkey broth or a light gravy or a pan sauce, whatever you want to do, you need something. You know, I feel like you do. It don't have to be too thick. I like mine on the thinner side, but I just think it helps just incorporate all those flavors together, adds a little moisture back into it. That leftover stock, that packet gravy, and the juice from the turkey. A little fresh cracked pepper. After seeing the consistency, it's probably a little bit too thick for me. Add just a little bit of milk. Ooh, taste that, kid.
Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. That sausage grease might be the secret.
I'm not gonna add any salt. I don't want this to overpower the turkey. Just a touch more milk. Turkey's almost done, and I've got a tip for you. This 2-ingredient hack, absolutely swear by. Orange marmalade and cranberry sauce. You can play around with the ratios. You can add a little bourbon, whatever you want to. But these 2 ingredients are fantastic. And to top it off, I know you're like, I don't want to buy 2 jellies or 2 things, just keep it in the refrigerator for a sauce. Smoked cream cheese is the rage, right? Smoke your cream cheese, take out your stuff for your sauce, and then you can just put this over top of your smoked cream cheese. And one star of the show that you can absolutely add, and I'd highly recommend, pepper jelly. You can mix all 3 together and have yourself one of the best tasting sauces that you've ever put over a turkey. You're welcome. Ooh, looking good. Turkey's about 155 degrees. And we'll just take that glaze and give it a bath. What a way to kick off turkey season. Don't mind if I do. Alrighty, so what I did, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I have some toothpicks here. So that netting, since I had to cut it in half, or cut some of it, didn't stretch all the way across. So to ensure that netting stayed, then I just put 2 toothpicks in, stretch that netting, and it seemed like it worked really well. If you don't want to save the netting or have a turkey breast, I turned the fan on because the dang flies, I swear, they haven't went dormant yet. If you don't have the netting, obviously you can, like I said, butcher twine it, you can toothpick it, stuff like that. So good news is, for the most part, it does look like it held together. Alrighty, for all the marbles, let's just cut it right in the middle. I mean, it should look good. It should look good. Just cut these a little bit thicker than what you should regular turkey, because you got that stuffing in there to deal with. Now, like I said earlier in the video, the stuffing can be done 1,000 different ways. Everything from different meats to nuts to flavor profile. I'm a pretty traditionalist, keep it simple kind of guy. That right there doesn't look half bad. And then, I gotta be honest with you. When you take that netting off, pieces of turkey start falling off, the stuffing starts falling out just a little bit. You start nibbing and nabbing, and then you start dunking and diving in that gravy. I can't lie to you, I already know what it tastes like. If there's one thing I've said before, you have to like what you like to be able to make it, right? Don't make something you don't like. So if you don't like something in this recipe, obviously change it whatever way you want to. However, I'm gonna spoil myself rotten today. You get to eat stuff all year long, and this is way before Thanksgiving. It just hits all the notes.
Let me see.
I know what you're gonna say. It's a big bite.
It's a big bite, and there's too much gravy.
I don't know, that gravy's where it's at.
That's a big bite. That's a big bite.
What is? Take you longer to chew. Finally get some peace.
That stuffing is amazing.
I'm not going to harp too much on the stuffing, but you do need to be careful with the amount of liquid that you put in this stuffing. It's not like it's a dressing. I would err on the side of wetness than I would dryness, because as the turkey cooks, right, it's going to be under pressure and it's going to push moisture out. And so you want that stuffing in there to be able to like sustain that high temperature. So you got to be able to cook your turkey breast just a little bit higher. I've even got somebody calling because they knew I was going to make them this and like, man, you're supposed to call me 2 hours ago. So there we go. Stuffed turkey breast. I put that bad boy right there on a slab on a bun.
I know.
Little cranberry
that
sauce.
That little 2-ingredient glaze hack is super good too. Let me have
it's
another.
Like Thanksgiving in a
let me
bite.
have another bite. Let me try.
What's wrong with these bites?
Well, I want to try it without the gravy so you can really like taste
here.
the glaze.
Yeah, the glaze pops. And you don't want to overdo it, right? When you add a savory and sweet, it's kind of like the idea of salt and chocolate.
That's good.
It is.
That is stinking good.
It is. Use that sausage grease for your gravy. That's it for today. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button. Pound the notification button, really, friends. Peace. Welcome
Still
to
got
fall,
the fork
y'all.
in hand. Camera in one hand, fork in the other.
You gonna give me a bite like I do. Too big. That is good.